Why do I suddenly have a British accent? I woke up Saturday morning to my 3-year-old daughter Lily jumping on my bed. She wanted pancakes. I opened my mouth to say good morning and she stopped bouncing. She stared at me like I was a stranger. I said, "What's wrong, baby?" She screamed and ran out of the room crying. My husband Derek came rushing in asking what happened. I told him I didn't know. Then he froze too. He said, "Why do you sound like that?" I laughed because I thought he was joking. But then I actually heard myself. Every word coming out of my mouth had this heavy British accent. I'm from Georgia, born and raised, never left the South my entire life. Derek made me say different things. My name, our address, song lyric. Everything came out sounding like I belonged in London. I started panicking. He went to get Lily while I looked in the mirror, trying to understand what was happening to me. That's when I heard her crying in the hallway. Derek was carrying her, and she was pushing away from him, trying to get down. She kept saying, "That's not mommy. I want mommy." Those words broke something inside me. I reached for her. She buried her face in Derek's shoulder and sobbed. Derek said we needed to go to the hospital. His mom came over to watch Lily because she refused to be near me. I kissed her forehead before leaving, and she flinched. The ER doctor ran every test possible. MRI, blood panels, stroke screening, everything came back clean. He eventually told me about foreign accent syndrome. He said it was rare and usually followed brain trauma, but sometimes it appeared without explanation. I asked how to fix it. He said there was no treatment. It might fade on its own, or it might be permanent. We got home, and Lily was asleep. I stood in her doorway watching her breathe. Derek said she'd come around once she got used to it, but the next morning was worse. She cried through breakfast. She covered her ears when I tried to read her favorite book. She told Derek she wanted her real mommy back. I went to our bedroom and sobbed for an hour. The following week, I tried everything. I showed her videos of me from before, explaining that I was still the same person. I sang her lullaby, the one I'd sung since she was born. She just kept crying and asking why I sounded wrong. Derek's mom started coming over more because Lily wouldn't let me comfort her. I'd hold her stuffed elephant outside her door at night and she'd only take it if I didn't speak. Day 9, I stopped talking almost entirely. I communicated through gestures and written notes. It was the only way Lily would stay in the same room as me. Derek said I was making it worse by going silent, but I couldn't handle her being afraid of me anymore. Day 12, I was sitting on the couch when Lily walked over slowly. She looked at me for a long time. Then she handed me her book and pointed at the pages. I shook my head, afraid to speak. She climbed into my lap and said, "It's okay, mommy. You can talk weird. I still love you." I held her so tight. I whispered, "I love you too, baby." She didn't flinch. She just snuggled closer. Day 16, I woke up and stretched. I yawned and said, "What time is it?" Derek sat up immediately. He said, "Say that again." I asked why. He started crying. He said my accent was gone. I ran to Lily's room and said, "Good morning, sweetheart." She looked up from her toys and smiled. She said, "Mommy sounds normal again." She ran into my arms like nothing ever happened. The doctors never explained it. They said sometimes these things just resolve on their own. It's been 2 months now. Every morning, the first thing I do is say something out loud just to make sure my voice is still mine. And every morning, I'm grateful when it is.